gonna do this quick and dirty. Well, today turned out to be a weird day. Since this started, I had a pretty controlled environment, and Sunday it was the first time that I was sort of venturing out, into the world, because of course I felt like I needed to be in a very controlled environment, a very controlled situation starting out, because especially the first few days are always the hardest for me, and I wanted to start for the last time here. But then, like Sunday I went out and it was okay, but then today was like one of those days that things just did not go well at all. It's one of those days when everything just kind of goes wrong. And those days are always tricky, because that's when you're like, all the progress that we've made over the last 12 days could have gone out the window. And as always in this kind of a situation, it takes so much longer to make progress, and then you can undo it in just a couple of days, a couple bad days, and then one day rolls into another. So I didn't even get to film at all day. I was dealing with numerous situations, but I am very proud of myself because I found a way to kind of work around it, not in a bad way, but find a solution. So I don't know if this is a nationwide thing, but here in the DC area, there's a restaurant, like a chain called Cava, and it's still fast food, but a little bit, I guess, healthier, a little fresher fast food, if you will. It's kind of like Mediterranean inspired food. And so what I did was I got lunch from there, and I was able to kind of look at all their macros and nutrition and all that stuff and put something together that would still be okay within my macros and what I'm trying to do, but that it would be tasty, and it turned out to be great. So let me show you guys what I had, and we can talk about the macros. So I got a bowl, like a grains bowl, and this is basically what it looked like after I mixed it all up. And we'll get into all the ingredients in a minute. But basically, the base for this was brown rice and black lentils, which, as far as grains go, not terrible. Half a serving of brown rice, half a serving of black lentils. Then you get like 3 dips. So I got 2 servings of the traditional hummus and 1 serving of the red pepper hummus. And then I got extra protein just to, make it a little more substantial in the protein department. So I got the spicy lamb meatballs and then grilled chicken. And then on top, I got their fiery broccoli, which is, I guess, like a spicy broccoli and chili peppers. And then fire roasted corn, and then their sort of dressing is a lemon herb tahini. So the total calories for this was about 1,040, something like that. And 53 grams of carbs, 71 grams of protein, and 61 grams of fat. Now, as far as my macros for the day, we're like halfway there. And I'm actually feeling pretty okay. It's already kind of late. I normally don't have food this late. So I'm thinking I might just grab like a bar, like one of the bars, the macadamia bars or the protein bars from Huel, and just call it a day. So let me put those in, and we'll take a look at the last few numbers, and yeah, that's it. But this is what lunch ended up being. It was really, really tasty. This is definitely something that I will have again. I mean, this basically ends up being, like a pretty substantial meal. It's very filling. It was delicious. And it's still within the macros that we want. Even with this, we're still, halfway there. So even like getting one of those and mixing it up with a little extra, like a little extra protein there and a little extra fat, and it's even more substantial. So, or even like, I'm just thinking like get one of those and then break it into 2 portions and then add, more protein, add more fat, and it's a good way to go about it. Okay, let me grab dinner, put those numbers in, and then I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, I have to also make a confession before we talk about this dinner. I came very close to thinking about, just being like, fuck it. It's a horrible, terrible day. I just want to eat whatever I want to eat and nobody will notice, like nobody's watching, no one's going to be like, oh, like he didn't log dinner, for day 12 and I wonder what happened. And, I came very close to falling into that, and I'm very glad I didn't, but I just want to get it out there so I know that I am accountable. So anyway, just wanted to say that. Let's take a look at dinner. So what I'm doing for dinner here is 1 bar of Huel and 1 of the Blueprint bars. And so dinner is going to be pretty light. 5 grams of carbs, 16 grams of protein, 30 grams of fat. It is kind of late, and I will be going to bed kind of soon, but I don't want to be too low on my calories for the day. So with this, now we have, a little over half for carbs, a little over half for protein, and about 3/4 of the way for fat, 1,465 calories. And so this is what it is for today. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm still here. All right, see you tomorrow.